be a wise guy, you can do it anywhere. You want to be a strong man, you can do it anywhere. You want to be an Indian chief, cowboy, you can do it in the ring. You can't do it in the mall.
The most electrifying line in sports entertainment today. If you smell what the Rock is cooking, beat me if you can. Survive if I let you. I'm figuring and thinking that nothing's gonna stop my Showman Randy Savage now. I'm the man. I'm the icon. And yes, you can't bow. I am God.
The number one show on the net that leads to the best in your head like Goldberg net. For the punks and the perverts, this is not a work for Terry Funk and Knox Baker. Check Ishman and Barbie, they got the cheap heat, so sit back and have a seat. They got questions from the fans, then you head to the band from Australia to Japan. Check down the road, oh shit, man, back goes up to Mississippi.
We are bigger, we are faster, and we are all night long. All you idiots, punks, perverts, and fools, be sure and tune in and listen to this show.
All right, we're live here once again at In Your Head Wrestling Radio. I'm the internet icon, the pride of the pilgrims, the most honest man in all the podcasting, Hollywood, Jackie Jones, along with my left-hand man, my brother in beheading.
The Flea. It's me. It's me.
Hell yeah. Some people may know us as Nasty Neil Terrible Troy. On the wrestling show, we are other names. All right, I'm going to put on the AEW hat. I might get too hot.
AEW.
Because we had the big AEW All In 2025 from Texas. It was the third biggest non-WWE card of all time, and it was the biggest non-WWE gate since 1911.
No way, really?
Yeah, since a George Hackenschmidt versus Frank Gotch. That's
damn.
legit. So it's bigger than any WCW gate ever. So I know some people were on our group, they were trying to paint it as this giant failure for some reason, but look, I get some people hate AEW, and if you don't like the wrestling, whatever, but you can't paint something that's a huge success that is inarguable.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's hard to take you very serious on anything else.
I saw that on the pre-show because I was watching it on YouTube, and a lot of I didn't realize there were so many AEW haters there, and it's well, if you don't like this, why are you watching it? I don't understand.
I wonder that quite often because there's a lot of wrestling I don't like, and I just don't watch it.
Exactly.
And, it's very easy not to watch, especially now that there's 50 hours a week of wrestling.
At least
including
without
this
looking
weekend.
into crazy things,
Yeah. So
yeah,
right away. Oh, go on.
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure that I wouldn't like a ladies hardcore over 60 league.
Right.
So I probably wouldn't watch it if it was on somewhere.
Yeah,
so,
what?
So I'm seeing these people saying these things, and I'm looking at the arena, and it's completely jam-packed. There's 1 million people in there, or 25,000.
25, yeah.
And people are like, oh, my God, that's laughable. Nobody's there. It's well, this is the pre-show, so probably 20% of the people aren't in their seats yet. So I think they'll probably fill up before the real show starts.
There was more people there than all three of the WWE shows combined this weekend.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
Yeah, and like I said, it's the biggest non-WWE gate since over 100 years. So I mean, whatever. I mean, it's insanity. But what's even worse is this. So if you're watching something you never watched before, and you sit there and you hate it, whatever. But or even if you watch the weekly show and you hate that, that's crazy to me too, because it's a weekly thing, it's hours. I mean, just do something else with your time. But a pay-per-view, especially, you either are paying $50 for it, or you went out of your way to, to pirate it. So
Yeah.
you've gone to either you pay your money or your time to find a link and stuff to watch something you hate. I mean, that's just dumb. I mean, it really is just dumb.
That if you get caught for, you could like lose your house and spend like time in prison.
I mean,
So is that worth it? Like pirated something like
and
that?
I know people think that won't happen, but I actually, I won't say who, but a co-host here on the show did get contacted by his cable company when he was downloading movies, and he was going to lose cable forever. So,
Oh yeah.
just be careful.
Yep. Is it worth it?
Yeah,
Something like
even
that.
beyond that, just like your time to do this, like,
Yep.
can't you do something with your time that you would probably enjoy, especially a long show? So I did see, like, I even saw people who I liked. They're like, "Oh, it's a great show," and then like their next thing is like, "Oh, this is way too long," and I was like, "Well, it's great, but you thought it was too long." But I never felt watching it. I knew it was long, but I never felt like, "Oh, this is too long," because I actually
No.
was into the whole show, even some stuff I had issues with, and then and I think a big plus to the show is it was very long. It was like, I don't know, 6 hours or whatever, longer with the pre-show, I guess.
Mm.
And the final match, the crowd was insanely hot for.
Oh my God, yeah. It seemed like a great crowd throughout the whole thing. And they definitely like picked their favorites and not, and they were definitely vocal about who they liked.
Yes. So the pre-show started with the Sons of Texas, Dustin Rhodes, Devon Eriks, and Sammy Guevara, with Kevin Von Erich defeating Shane Taylor Promotions. But my only issue with this match was I think you really should have put the Von Erichs on the main show in this Texas stadium.
Agreed. Yeah, like you could have even done like
I think they should have wrestled the Hurt Syndicate, honestly.
that would have been great, especially on that where you were doing like a three-way anyway.
I
Would
would
it
have
have
just done the
mattered if it was
2-1-2, but
them?
yeah.
Yeah. Or, Speedball and the other guy, like, would have been
I would
any
have kicked
different,
those guys. Say, sorry, dudes,
Yeah.
you don't belong. Especially after the build. Whatever you think of those guys, I think they made them look like the biggest losers in the whole company on Dynamite.
Agreed. And I really like Speedball I like, but I understand that he's an acquired taste, like
Yeah, I mean, he's a
Mrs.
good
Lee think
wrestler.
he's a loser. She can't stand him, but
Yeah, I'm not a fan either.
but I think the other guy, I think, could be like in a few years down the road, one of your real big guys. I think he's like really, really talented.
Yeah, and if you do want to, anyway, if they're having if they're on the pay-per-view in a title match, and to have them get obliterated like 4 times in a row to build to the pay-per-view, I don't understand. I mean, they really made those guys look like just complete nobody. So I
Not
didn't
even
understand.
competitive, just like
No.
complete like clowns. Yeah,
Yeah, so I don't think they really, honestly, they shouldn't even been in the match, in my opinion.
agreed. Yeah, you
And
didn't really need them. You didn't need to make it, especially if
no,
you weren't
especially
going to have
when you
anything
split
change
up the
hands. Yeah.
patriarchy, so you could have just done the tag team.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I don't understand what the point was. I guess for them guys to take bumps, but you had the younger guy. He could have took tons of bumps anyway.
Oh yeah, and he was
Yeah.
taking a ton of things. Yeah.
And if you had the Von Erichs, like, would have been a feel good moment. Honestly, I think you need to. I'm not saying the Hurt Syndicate have to like leave or nothing, but you can't have these guys around for like a year and they show no like weakness whatsoever and never in actual matches. That it's usually gets people have no shot of winning and they just destroy them. So if you had, I think it's time for them to lose. Now you could get them; they could win the belts back.
Oh yeah.
But
Yep.
they need to be like an actual like feuds with people. So the Von Erichs, that would have been a great feel good moment. You also had the built-in thing MVP and Kevin Von Erich. You have a second on each team. You could have done something where Kevin puts the claw on on MVP. It would have been a huge pop in the arena and all stuff. And yeah, and you could have had Hurt Syndicate beat him on Dynamite or at the next pay-per-view.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I mean, like, because they got a ridiculous pop when Kevin did it a go, in this
Yeah.
match, and like nobody really even knew who he was, and it's like
Mhm.
just
Yeah, I think you could have made them
everything
into
in the
stars.
four-way. I mean, the five-way claw was great.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Like I
think you could have made.
definitely geeked out for that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was a really fun time. I just think you probably should have had him on a bigger thing, but still, a match was fine. Was fun. Shane Taylor Promotions is another team. Like, it is a problem in AEW where they were on TV like months or maybe over a year ago, and they like beat people down like they were going to be this big thing, and then you just never see them.
Yeah, yep.
So you can't get like really people behind a team that you don't see at all.
No, and I think they've like kind of missed the boat on Shane Taylor because for a while they had him as like, yeah, you don't want to like get on this guy's bad side because he's got this crazy knockout punch, but like he hasn't won a match in a year, so
Yeah, and then it's
why
just
should
really
anybody
like,
care anymore?
yeah. And I personally just think the look is horrendous.
Yeah,
He needs. I'm not saying he's got to get uh like like Lex Luger in his prime or something, but he needs better gear that would cover him
yep,
up, I think.
yep. Yeah, you can make a guy look kind of like a badass with just like even like we've said before, like a hockey jersey or even if you give like a guy like a chest pad kind of thing where he looks like he's
Yeah, and I think it would fit the
like
street
Shield
kind of
to
the
do.
street gimmick if he was dressed in like throwback jerseys or whatever,
Yeah,
like Suge Knight or something.
yeah, yep, yep.
And then Big Boom. Okay, the first time I was like, oh my God, I want to see this. And then he won me over. And I've got to be honest, every time he's on the show, it's entertaining. And he was entertaining here too. I know he was the most Yeah, he was my most entertaining guy for me on his team.
Oh
For
yeah,
sure.
and in the match, like I think he's actually gotten better. Like a lot of his moves look pretty good.
And the crowd's into him, and it's just fun. So it's like a throwback, just like a classic baby. It's kind of like, honestly, if you go to like a local indie show and like you see like a guy who's fine, he's like just a basic wrestler, but he's really over because the crowd knows him.
Hmm.
It's like
Yeah,
that.
like he
Only
happens
like,
to be the gym teacher at like the
yeah,
local school or
exactly,
something. Yeah.
exactly. So like you can't like he's not going to win titles or anything. This is a perfect role for him to be on the pre-shows. He gets a big pop. He does. I don't know. I guess he has a following, so that gets some buzz. So I have no issues at all with the Big Boom AJ.
Oh yeah. And I get a kick out of his kids too. Like his kids crack me up, especially like the little fat one. I love that kid.
I think they're
especially there because he's like, was he the Rizzler
the
or
Rizzler.
something? He's like,
It's like the Twizzler or something.
and then when when what's his name? Trent Beretta like pushed the older brother over. That floored me. I didn't expect that at all. I kind of loved that.
So I do think the Don Callis family, this is like the B team, I guess. But
big time.
They're really, I think no offense to any of these guys, like I like Trent, Land. Yeah, they're all fine. Hechicera, I think, is actually really good.
Yeah, he's awesome.
But I think they really need to cut the Don Callis family down to like a few guys. Honestly, as long as you have the Japanese guy, Takeshita and not Lance Archer, the main guy really, Kyle Fletcher.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Those two should be your main guys, and maybe
Okada. Yeah, I know you don't like him, but like still, he's like a huge.
Yeah, I mean he's got a title. I wouldn't even employ the guy, but all these other dudes, I mean, they're like Horace Hogan level guys.
Yeah.
They're way better in the ring, but like they're just like.
And like if you need a guy like to do, to take all the bumps and stuff, like if you want to keep who's the small guy who trained everybody?
Rocky Romero.
Yeah. Like I could see keeping Rocky, even though he'd never win a match, but just like if you need that guy that can take all the bumps for your team, you
Yeah.
need like
I would keep it
the
like
Buddy
elite,
Roberts for your
like
team.
Bobby Heenan family at its prime
I
or
like
something.
that. Yeah.
3 or 4 guys, maybe a tag team, but it has to be a
Yeah.
good team. I would rather FTR be in the team instead of FTR being stuck with
Yeah, I'd
Big
like that
Stokes.
too.
I hate that dude. And Don Callis, did he even come out with them? Because a lot of times in the
No,
pre,
no,
so
he didn't.
it really makes him just look like that Don Callis doesn't even care about these guys.
Yeah, because I thought maybe he wasn't at the show itself. But then with all of his other guys, he was out there. It's like, yeah, these guys suck so bad, I'm not even going to walk out to the ring with them.
Yeah. So yeah, it I don't think it does them any good because like they're not getting a rub because they come up by themselves. So it's like he doesn't even care about them, and it doesn't do the team the faction any good. So yeah, I would.
Yeah, it just waters it down.
Yeah.
You don't really need like 8 guys in the team. You really don't. Or
FTR,
in
which
the family, I guess.
yeah, I was actually really surprised to see FTR in the pre-show, but we had FTR versus the Outrunners.
That was a fun match too.
It was fun. I don't understand why they never give the Outrunners a big win,
No.
and eventually the crowd's not going to care. But that's
I
another
thought
thing
that
they're
was
bad
going to be
at.
the one too. I thought that was going to be,
I did too.
like the show where they actually got their win.
Yeah, it's like the Beast Mordos. Like this guy could be like a main guy.
Yep.
The Outrunners are a little different because they're not really that great.
Yeah,
but
it's
they're
true.
over.
But their gimmick's so cool. It's so much fun.
But yeah, this is fun. FTR with the win, and that'll lead.
FTR is like the real life, where everybody says like the Young Bucks refuse to like lose to anybody. I think those fucking guys refuse to lose.
I also thought it's always so funny to me because they were out there later on with some other people too. Who were they out there with?
Oh, when they had the 6.
Yeah. And because Cornette's always going on about all these guys being minuscule, but FTR are real minuscule. And I was like, hot damn, Nick Wayne is taller than both FTR. He's like way taller than the bald guy.
Yep.
And I don't think of Nick Wayne as like this giant man.
No, and like when Shelton Benjamin went over to pie face like the one guy, like he was twice the size of either one of FTR.
Oh yeah, he towers over those guys.
And he's the small guy of his tag team. It's like, wow.
When it was Aussie Open, like FTR went up to like their abdomen or something.
Yeah.
And I'm not a guy who really cares.
Yeah.
The only reason I bring it up is just the hypocrisy of like bringing it up for other people.
Agreed.
So then we had the actual pay-per-view open.
Oh, okay.
And so we had a trios match. And first I was like, oh, then I remembered though the Ops, which that was a big moment when the Ops beat the Death Riders for the 6-man titles. That was like a main event on Dynamite a few months ago. So I'm a big fan of the Ops. Shibata, Hobbs, and Samoa Joe.
Yeah, that's a pretty badass team. I really dig them.
And they defeated the Death Riders, Claudio, Yuta. I'm a big fan of both those guys. I think Yuta gets a lot of hate, undeservedly so.
Oh, without a doubt. He's like the hardest working guy out there whenever he's out there.
Yeah, I think he actually worked on his look. He looks like, I don't know. He stands
like a
out.
Bad man, yeah. He looks crazy. He stands out
instead of just like this young kid or something. I don't know what to think of Gabe Kidd yet. I don't dislike. I don't know. I just think he's fine, but I don't know. I think you can almost just throw anybody in
there. Yeah, they like if you saw his stuff, like his New Japan stuff. I don't know why they don't have him as really the same character because he's this like. Well, you remember when we saw him at the New Japan when we saw in Boston, and like he's a total madman. He just like goes like berserko on people, but they have him much more relaxed. I don't know why.
He kind of but nothing like I don't know. He needs something to stand out because right now he just kind of looked like just some guy out there with the team. But this was a good match. All these guys always work really hard. I'm a big fan of Claudio and Samoa Joe.
And Joe was just kicking ass. He was just like mauling people. It was really cool.
And then we also don't know if it was before this or after this. We had Adam Cole. Well, they announced earlier that Adam Cole wasn't medically cleared. And I didn't know if originally was an angle or what, but then he came out and was clearly very emotional and very looked very emaciated, very, very skinny.
Oh,
I mean, he's
yeah.
always a small guy, but I just don't I don't know. I'm a huge fan of his, but you mean at some point it's probably just not good for him to keep wrestling.
No, because you got to think he hasn't been there that long in AEW. What,
No, and
3
he's
years
hurt
maybe?
quite a bit, and and badly.
Yeah.
Because at one time, like he was really sick, like something was seriously wrong with him.
Yeah, like, and they didn't specify what it was, but like, just by his reaction and how he talked about,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
want
it
to
was.
talk about retirement, but if it comes to that, and the
Yeah,
poor guy was in tears, and like, I really felt bad for him.
and the guy's got tons of charisma and can talk, so you can find something for him. Manager,
Yeah,
kick
I
tabs
got a
out, make him
feeling he's got a
commentate.
good mind for the biz too.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? I got to think he'd probably be a behind the scenes guy, like
I
if he
know it would be
can't physically
disappointing
wrestle anymore.
because he's like in his prime, years he should be. So I
Mm.
understand all that, but at the same time, it would be better to do something than just go home or something.
Yeah, I think he might be kind of that example of that more modern wrestler where where you take a lot and an awful lot of crazy bumps and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and unless you're just like a physical freak, like it's gonna take its toll on you. It's bound to, you
Yeah.
know. And it's a shame, like because there's a guy that's always worked his ass off, but now I think he's paying the price for that.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing was, at first, when they first announced it, like before he came out, I'm like, oh no, it's just like Shawn Michaels losing his smile, like he didn't want to do the job for Fletcher, and it's like, oh
Yeah.
no, I
Yeah.
hurt
No, I think
myself.
he's a guy that doesn't
Oh,
mind
but
that
yeah,
way.
I don't think he would have a problem with that.
So the scrum's going on now. Michael is
Oh,
watching
nice.
both of them. Yeah, I'm hoping he doesn't have to retire either, but I
Yeah,
also would rather him retire than be like, like paralyzed or
yeah,
something.
yeah. You don't want the poor guy all crippled up before he's 40 years old.
Craig, it is weird the whole scrum thing, but then like WWE started doing the same thing. They do them all the time now too. It is strange to me.
Yep.
I think it's a lose-lose situation, to be honest, because you either go out there and you work them and it comes off super cornball, or you do them for real. Then you get stuff like the CM Punk situation, which is entertaining for me and
Hmm.
Troy and people. But it was a total disaster for the company. So
Oh yeah, you can't. Like, could you imagine if you were like any of those guys? Like, if you were the Hangman and you're like, holy shit, this guy's
yeah,
burying me on this fucking thing. Like
yeah. So
that's gonna be
I don't
crazy.
really see any upside. I honestly don't. I don't think there's an upside to him.
No, because like you said, if you have everybody in character, then it just comes off as kind of lame.
Yeah, it's like the only one that works that way is Tony Storm and maybe MJF to a degree. Because you don't want to see Tony out of character, honestly,
Yeah,
and MJF is always in the heel character. But any other people, it's just real cornball.
yeah, yeah.
And then the WWE ones, I don't think they get enough flack for them because I mentioned this on the show, but they just openly talk about like this is a work
Oh, do
and
they?
like The
I've never
Rock.
watched one of
Right after The Rock did the heel turn, they did a
theirs.
they did like a media thing and he just talked about like it was a movie and it's like
Wow.
I know what it is but at the same time like it really kind of ruins it. And then Cody did one just recently and he was just talking about how he thinks we're seeing the end of his baby face run because The Rock really wants him to turn heel and I'm like, I don't want to hear this. Like
No.
I'm not a guy who wants to you talk to me like I'm an idiot and pretend it's all real. But at the same time, I don't want to hear a guy come out and tell me like just spoil like the next season of Dexter or something
Right,
in an
right.
interview. Like I don't want to know. Like we'll find it out on the show.
Yeah, you're right. I don't see what you really gain from that.
So we had the men's casino gauntlet. I always really like these because they're you've got the Royal Rumble kind of vibe where people are coming out, but I like that it's a little random the times because they almost always are in the Rumble too.
Yeah,
And
even
they
though
could,
they claim it's every 2 minutes or whatever
yeah,
it is, but yeah.
and the way they're set up, they could end anytime. You know, it's probably not going to end right at the beginning on a pay-per-view, but it
I like
could.
how
But
they set it up that way because then you're never quite sure. Like, holy shit, because this one was like that. I thought
yeah,
it was going to be over like in record time.
yeah, because they really set up like it would. Part of me did think that. I'm like, but I don't know if they could do that on a pay-per-view. And then there's also but there is the idea. It's like on the Rumble, even though I love the Rumble, like it's not going to end until the 30th guy's out.
Exactly. Yep.
This one you don't know when it's going to end, and it's also not everyone in the ring at once. Where I'll be honest, I know some people say they like that, but when the Rumble's filled with people, it's not fun.
No. Oh my God. Even on the few times tonight when they did that, like especially like the ladies match when all the women were inside, it just looked like either dangerous, like everybody was just going to start banging into each other, or like everybody doesn't really know where to go
Yeah, it's
because
like when
just
you're
there's
watching
so
a
many
battle.
people.
When I was a kid watching battle royals, like in my as a kid, I'm like, oh, it's cool, watch people in the ring. But it wasn't really exciting until you
No,
get down to like 10 people or something, or really 5 or 6 people. It's
agreed.
just a lot of people just hammering each other, like,
Yep.
So anyway, this was really good. And then there's a few people I was like, oh god, I hope Roderick's strong. Roderick's strong, fine, but I'm like, I hope he
Yeah,
doesn't
you don't
lose.
want to see him win though, but
Yeah.
well, that's kind of like I like Platinum Max's old partner, but I didn't want to see him win.
Yeah, I would have Max. I hopefully
Yeah,
they have
poor
some
Max has
big
been
giant
lost.
plan for a payoff for this, or otherwise they've really wasted like a main event guy. In my opinion. I don't get it.
I'll be honest, I was rooting for
I was rooting for the
Briscoe.
Beast.
Oh,
Oh yeah, no, there's a lot of people in here I really like a lot. Briscoe, I hope they don't squander him. He's got a lot of momentum behind him. He's really got the total package. Just as a guy, I know Disco Inferno is always saying like he basically be the boogie woogie man. Like he just cuts silly promos and then just lose real quick. I was like, are you
wow.
insane? Like this guy
Because
should be
he's
like
a
a
guy that
top
can do
dude.
everything,
Mm-hmm.
like he's the most natural high flyer, I think, out of like guys that aren't just that you just see like jump on the top rope and stuff. Like besides the real like freakish nimble guys like the younger Young Buck and like Osprey and certain guys, that are just like so nimble. But
Mm-hmm.
like every time that guy does like the froggy bow or anything from the inside to the outside, he's just so effortless. Like, and then all his uh strikes look great. Like everything he does looks good.
Yeah. Well, Craig, I don't. I just nothing against the other guy, but I just don't think he's ever going to be really a star. The other guy from the Acclaim. So I just think it was a mistake to even split him up.
Yeah,
And
because
then
together they're great. They're just so perfect
yeah, it's a
together.
homegrown team, really over one of the most over acts in the history of the company. And Matt, I think anyone with any sense in the world, if you watch the two, it's clear Max Caster is the star of the two. And it's no offense to the other guy, like he can be
Oh no,
around. He's not like a nothing, but
yeah, Bowens is real good. I think
yeah,
Bowens
I
is
just
real,
don't
real
think he'll
good.
ever be like a top singles guy.
Yeah.
Max Caster has the charisma and the promo to be a top guy. He has done something to Meltzer, because Meltzer always talks about him being like, just you would think he was just the worst guy you've ever seen in your life.
Who, Max Caster?
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe that's why they bury him. Maybe Meltzer told Tony.
no. I don't know. I don't know
I
what
like
he
this guy
did. Like
Tony.
if he was sending dick pics to Tony Khan or what.
Yeah,
But
maybe he
like,
stole Meltzer's wife.
yeah, they
Ex-wife or something. I don't know.
the people that hate him just like he can't get a break with
Fed
them.
him some fake news or something.
Yeah, could be.
So MJF won. I'm a big MJF fan. I don't really dig MJF with the Hurt Syndicate.
It's grown on me. At first, like I had a tough time with it, but I kind of like it now. I mean,
So,
maybe it'll
have
like
you ever
it'll.
seen that old partner MJF, that real Hammerstone, that big giant dude?
Oh yeah, he's real good. I like him a lot.
So I don't know a lot about him, but my theory is, and what because they were on like an indie show again recently together. I would have him come in. Has been working them the whole time, and then you do MJF and Hammerstone versus the Hurt Syndicate, because then you have the real big guy to counteract with Lashley,
Yep.
and then
Oh, I
you
like
just do
that
like a
idea.
real feud between the two. And
Then
I
you
would just
could even bring
turn
in.
the Hurt Syndicate good. The
Yep.
crowd never boos them; they want to cheer him.
No, even in this one, like the crowd, they were high fiving, especially Lashley, just because he's such like a big likable guy, I guess.
Yeah, he
So
was
like
really on his
everybody,
vitamins tonight.
oh, he was. Both guys were actually.
Yeah,
Benjamin was bigger than I've ever seen him too,
yeah,
and he
yeah,
just turned 51. So it's like holy shit.
yeah. Maybe we'll
So
find.
just wait a couple of years, you could look like that.
Maybe. Yeah, I gotta get some testosterone
Vitamin.
from Al Snow.
Hmm.
So then we had the fatal four
I
way.
would like the end of that match though, because because Briscoe gave Roddy Strong the J Driller, and then MJF snuck in, pushed him out, and then
Yeah, doing really well.
pinned Roddy. And so I thought that was really cool. That was a good MJF way of winning the thing.
So going into this one for the vacant AEW TNT Championship, I really was just like, oh, so Kyle's gonna win, which is great.
I
Future
thought that was a
top guy of
given.
the
I
company.
really did.
It's Kyle Fletcher, Sammy Guevara, Daniel Garcia, and Dustin Rhodes. But I was really happy what they did. They did the surprise win with Dustin. I've been a proponent of Dustin ever since the company started. I really think you could get a big run out of him. I still think he should just lose the face paint and the whacked out gear and just be Dustin Rhodes for like a last
he's a
run.
natural. Yeah.
Yeah. And when I say last run, I'm not saying he's got to retire right away. You
No.
can do it even a couple years, whatever. But
Yep.
I think for this final run, just Dustin Rhodes.
Yep. And I think it's because it was his second match that night. Like when he was coming in on this one, there were some times that I could tell that he was older now. Like you could tell the knees are hurting him a little bit and stuff. Like, but for the most part, you can never really tell with him.
He's in great shape, does
Yeah.
great matches. I think he's a guy that would also benefit younger guys working with, because you can teach psychology and they don't need to learn how to do moves, but he can teach them other things. I think just working with him, guys would improve. And there's lots of guys he could have good runs with. I think like him and MJF would be honestly just about anybody really.
Yep. Yeah, he's a guy like I think since he was in AEW, I can't remember a bad match he's had.
No, I remember him and Herman Cody had one of the best matches of the early AEW shows.
And I think that's what made me so happy in this one, because I didn't think there was any chance in hell that Dustin was winning this one.
No, I didn't either.
Yeah, he was absolutely the last guy I thought.
Yeah.
Like if Fletcher didn't win, I was like, well, maybe they'll give it to Sammy because Sammy's a 3-time, TNA. So
I just thought to me it was like a full foregone conclusion. Kyle was going to win. And I know some people say that's a problem with AEWs. He's going to win sometimes. But I'll say on this card, there was 3 matches in particular that really surprised me. That was one of them.
Yep, same here.
And the other one was
I loved it though. And then who are the 2 young Rhodes that came out?
Yeah, I don't know if they wrestle or not, but they look. The one guy's got like blonde, looks like a really in shape Dusty.
Yeah, yep. And the other guy looked just like
Cody. A skinnier Cody.
Yeah,
like a real young Cody. Yeah,
because he was
exactly.
super handsome
very funny
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know how old they are. I don't know if they're Dustin's kids and if they have any interest in wrestling, but that would be cool.
Yeah,
it'd be really cool if you had like some new Rhodes and Von Erichs.
Yeah, 3rd generation like Rhodes and stuff.
Yeah,
and these guys right there, 3rd generation Von Erichs.
Mm-hmm.
So that is pretty neat.
Yeah, I hope I wish they would do more with the Von Erichs. So then we had Swerve. This was another one I was actually really surprised at. Swerve Strickland, Will Ospreay versus the Young Bucks. So if Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay won, the Young Bucks were no longer EVPs. If the Young Bucks won, Swerve and Will Ospreay couldn't get singles world title match for 1 year. And I just thought for sure that that meant the Bucks were going to win, and that's how they were going to keep Will Ospreay away, and really, but both him and Swerve away from Hangman for a year. So you'd have like a year run with because I really thought Hangman was going to win, and then so you don't want to go right away to Will Ospreay, because then either you have to beat Ospreay or take the title right off of Hangman, which would not be good. And so then that you could have all these guys win, and then a year you've got these two big, that's what I thought. So I thought almost there was no chance of the Bucks losing the. So I don't know if there's is there something, but they were at the end of the show, so I don't think so. But part of me was like, are the Young Bucks actually taken off or something? Because I know they want to buy Pro Wrestling Guerrilla or
oh yeah,
I don't know, or maybe they just think the EVP thing's run its course. I don't know.
yeah, it could be, but because I hadn't even thought of it until you brought it up on In Your Head last week. But then after you did, I was like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. That's exactly how they're going to do it. And nobody would see that coming. So that's a great swerve.
Yeah. Yeah. And you could even then you could have Swerve and Ospreay be an actual team for a while, maybe feud with
the Hurt,
the Hurt Syndicate. Yeah. Something later. I hope this Hurt Syndicate don't end up losing the titles to two guys even older than them, but we'll get into that a little bit later. But this was awesome. This was an awesome match.
Oh, what a match. Everybody brought their good stuff. I mean, a lot of that stuff that they were doing, and for me, I don't care what anybody says, nobody throws a better super kick than the Young Bucks. They just are the best,
they're great. Sometimes I think they get a little stale in the cup just because they've been there, like anybody in any company. I think Randy Orton's stale, and I don't think he's bad anyway.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I think they excel as heels.
They definitely do. And even I loved a lot of the double team moves that both teams did.
Yeah, because I like tag teams where the guys are doing double team moves. That's what I liked about, I know if he would listen, he'd lose his mind to compare them. But when the Midnight Express, they did all kinds of cool double team moves, and that's what I like in my tag team wrestling.
Yeah, and this is pretty much the Young Bucks are pretty much that kind of stuff, only, evolved over time. It's instead of doing the double drop kick, we're going to do this crazy double knee thing, and we're going to, do this Meltzer driver, and and I got to say that one that Swerve and Ospreay did when they did almost the Meltzer driver, but Swerve did a stomp.
Yeah.
That was the craziest thing I've seen that night up at that point. That was just awesome.
I do think that AEW does know they need to build real teams to wrestle the Hurt Syndicate, because they're starting to do that. It looks like FTR will be wrestling them soon, and then I think maybe Swerve and Will be a team.
Oh, it's okay with me. I anytime you can get those two guys together, do it.
So yeah, that was an awesome match. The next one was super fun too. Was the women's Casino Gauntlet match.
That one was a million times better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
I didn't really know what to expect from it because I didn't know who was going to be in it.
And I thought it was smart. A little early on, they had a bunch of the women that aren't necessarily, they're good characters, but they're not particularly great in the ring. And so they had them all kind of fight each other and run each other off, which I thought that was smart. You got them out there. It was well booked
and stuff.
Yeah. You had a couple new people I didn't really know.
Yeah, me either.
Which is fine, but I don't know if that was the best use of those, their debut to be in this and then not win it. But I really did think we'd have a big surprise in it. I thought Britt Baker was going to come back, or maybe somebody new. But actually, what they did was very smart, because Athena, I honestly think, has been wasted in Ring of Honor for a year now. And
she's just amazing. Every time I see her, I don't realize how good she is until I see her again.
I was a fan of hers in WWE, and this was a perfect way perfect place to do this. It's Texas. The crowd was really into her. We haven't seen a lot of her. I think the fans know like she deserves, a bigger platform. And so she won. I think kind of a surprise, really. I don't think people going in like, oh, Athena's going to win. And so now we have, that's going to be another big women's match down the road, Toni Storm and Athena.
Oh, I don't think you can go wrong with that. That's just tremendous.
Yeah.
And then like a couple of takeaways from that, like it started off with
And Megan Bain's a star too. She's great.
she's just a physical specimen. I mean, like, because what's her name? The one that used to be an alien.
Yeah,
Trish
Statlander.
Statlander. Like, she's about the biggest woman I've seen, I think, in wrestling. She's just naturally, like, just huge. And that chick has to be, what, 3 or 4 inches taller than she is?
Yeah.
And just as brawny, like, she's got the same, like, giant shoulders and stuff. Like, she's just, like, a freak of nature, that woman. She's crazy.
Damn. Breaking news. I didn't watch any of the WWE shows that were on the same time, but apparently Seth Rollins got hurt, and they're saying he's going to be out 10 to 12 months.
Oh, no, that's no good.
Blew out his knee during the match tonight.
I didn't know.
Man.
Like, I thought it was an NXT thing.
No, they had 3 shows this weekend. They put on an NXT, special, whatever they call them now, special event on the same time as All In. Then they did Saturday night's main event, also same time but later. And then tomorrow's the Evolution pay-per-view. And like the Evolution pay-per-view, like people, it's not selling tickets, and people, that shows that women can't sell tickets. I would not blame women for that. I would blame do you need 3 special shows in 2 days? Like, I mean, there is a limit to what people can see.
Especially if 3 of them are your own thing. Like, how about do one this weekend, do one next weekend, spread it out a little bit.
Because All In was on. They're like, we must have on.
Like everything we have, yeah. That's crazy. Although, I got to say, the one thing in the ladies' match, I don't know if she's been hurt, but since Mina Shirakawa came to AEW, like, she can't go anymore. I don't know what happened.
I don't see much in her.
She's pretty bad. I just don't know what happened. But I mean, maybe she's injured or something. But
yeah. Ty Mello, and I don't mean this in a derogatory way, but she's gotten bigger since obviously she had a child.
Yeah.
But she looks like, I don't mean she's like carrying it in a bad way. She's almost like the size of Statlander now.
Oh yeah, yep, you're right. But like she still moves the same and stuff. Where like Shirakawa she's real slow now. Like,
yeah.
Even coming to the ring, she looked like she was a 60-year-old woman. It's like, wow, what happened?
Yeah, I agree with that, Craig. Yeah, I didn't know that Alex Windsor either, and maybe she's good, but I think it wasn't a great place to put her in because no one really knew who she was. Then it was kind of weird because they made it seem like it was her debut, but then they immediately said, "Oh, you've seen her before on the show," and I'm thinking, "We have." Like,
yeah, and she was pretty dull too. She
just
kind of reminded me of who's the professor there? That's like the dullest woman in.
Yeah. The Britt got in trouble for saying nobody cares, but I mean, no one did care.
Yep.
I hate saying that, but probably the worst promo in all wrestling.
Oh yeah, yep. And it's what like she didn't talk, but just her wrestling style, like I'm just gonna go through the moves and not do anything.
But
facial.
To go with the women's division, AEW has improved quite a bit.
Oh yeah, yep.
Julia Hart got a huge ovation. Well, I'm a big fan of.
It was cool seeing her come out with the woman that used to be like her minion, Sky Blue.
Yeah. She's worked on her like her look, because originally it was like, why is she this evil? It didn't really make sense, but now it looks they look good together.
Yep. Yeah, and like
That's another one. I know Conan and Disco is really trash Julia Hart, and I don't really get what they act like no one likes
Wow.
cares about her and stuff. I'm like, I mean, do you watch her show? Like she gets big reactions.
Yeah, before she got hurt, she was one of the most over like people on the roster.
Yeah, and she was really over tonight too.
Yeah. And for someone that's only been in the business for what, like 3 years maybe?
Mm-hmm.
You know, in 1 year she was hurt, and it's like she's done amazingly well.
Yeah, Craig, Serena Deeb, that's it.
Yep.
No offense to her, but
Oh no, but she's just the dullest person
Yeah.
in wrestling.
so did Goldberg win the title tonight? Let us know here in the
I
chat. I
hope
don't mind
so.
if it's spoiled. I'm a Gunther man.
Oh, that's who he was wrestling?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The Hurt Syndicate defended their title versus Jet Speed. And the Patriarchy. And they pinned my favorite guy in the whole entire match. I was like, all these fucking losers in this match, and they got to pin Christian.
Oh, I know. It was funny because like both guys from like the Herd Syndicate, as soon as they would latch like any part, like they just put fingers on somebody. They're both so physically like powerful. They would just fling like speedball around like he was a snot. Like he didn't have to even sell. They just would like lift him up and fling him around.
Yeah. I will say this. I was really against Shelton Benjamin coming in. But I think these guys have to be in feuds and not just but that being said, it's really a shame that there wasn't another place for him to go in his prime.
Absolutely.
The guy is great.
He could have been Will
He was
Ospreay.
never given the shot.
25, 30 years old. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
I never realized he was that good. I really didn't. Never knew.
Yeah, I'm not saying
he's good at 51. Like he's amazing.
Yeah. And I'm saying you can't do anything with him now because you can't obviously can, but there is a limit because he is, it's not like you can build the company around him because, realistically, how long, will he be around?
But I remember always hearing people say that, like, guys that I'd always respect their opinions and stuff. Like Kurt Angle would be like, yeah, Shelton Benjamin's the best athlete I've ever been in the ring with. And I'd be like, really? That fucking guy? And like, now I realized how poorly used he had been like all those years.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. What a shame.
And that's a thing for anyone who doesn't like AEW, and that's fine if you just don't like his show. But the point is, without that, anybody who, for whatever reason, the other company doesn't like, either just out of pettiness for some reason, like they used to do with Dolph Ziggler, apparently, or they don't have the right body type, whatever reason, or they just don't have. You only have so many spots. If there's another place for people to go, and either they can reinvent themselves, they come back, or do well over there, it's more places for people to shine.
Agreed. And the other guy's like a freak of nature too, the bigger guy.
Oh yeah, Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, yep.
By the way, I didn't think of this beforehand, but going forward, anyone who buys the pay-per-views on Amazon, I'm going to start sharing the link out, because if you use the link from in your head, it will give us a little bit. You're not going to pay any extra, and it will give us a percentage of the.
Oh, nice. All
and
right,
also
going forward, I will do that.
Yeah, and they gave us a $10. I got a $10. I don't know if you got it through Amazon.
Yeah,
they give you a $10 gift card or whatever. So that's
which
cool.
was really cool. Yeah, because they said you could use it for like if you want to rent a movie or something.
Yeah. I might use it towards the next one because I do miss using Triller because you could watch it on more than one device, and you kept it forever. But the Amazon one, quality wise, it has been great.
It was crystal clear tonight. I got to say, this was the first one I got on.
Yeah, I got the last one too. So, and way better than traditional pay-per-view. That's always been botchy for me.
Yep.
So his match was fine.
Sound quality was real good tonight too. I
Yeah,
thought.
yeah. So I was really surprised when the Nick Wayne turned on Christian.
Mm-hmm.
That
That
was
was
a
a
shock to me.
shocker to me. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I actually think he's got a lot. He's almost got like Dom kind of level, like
Mm.
feel to him where you want to see him get beat up. So
Oh yeah.
I do think you could do something with him. I don't know if they will. The other guy, Kip Sabian, I just don't
Yeah.
think that guy's ever
He's
gonna
the
do
most
anything.
throwaway guy I think in the company.
Yeah.
Like if you need some goof, you just plug that guy into it. But the thing like that really sold me on Nick Wayne was he was part of the uh the junior tournament in New Japan this year.
Mm-hmm.
And like I had never seen like a lot of the guy. The only like I had seen stuff at AEW, mostly like tag stuff or like 3-man or 6-man tags. But this was the first time I saw a lot of his solo stuff. He's actually really talented. I think, especially for a kid that's only what 20 or 21 years old.
Yeah.
Like I think he's got a huge like future ahead of him. I really do.
Yeah, he had been wrestling for years before even coming to AEW as like a teenager.
Like his moves all look good. Like he's real lanky and thin, but like all of his moves like look legit that he does. Like he
Yeah, and
does.
he has this personality that you want to see him get beat up.
Oh, without a doubt. Like he had this brilliant cocky way. Like because it was. I have to say, I really like um Jungle Boy, but when he went to New Japan and
Man,
he
where
was
is
at the
Jungle Boy?
tournament last year, I don't know. It kind of exposed him a little bit. Like he sells real well, but like his moves aren't great. Like
Well, I don't think that character he's playing really worked because
hmm,
they had him like
the scapegoat guy.
because they had him like so like unbeatable, like he'd get fire on him and like he wouldn't. I don't know, and he's just not a guy for that role.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Like it was kind of like a Raven kind of role or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he could pull it off well. And
But this guy did.
I'm not
This
a guy
guy
who
like
hates him either.
yeah,
So.
this guy just Nick Wayne really seemed to be more comfortable in that setting than than uh than Jungle Boy was.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened to him either because like
Oh.
they've never followed up on any of the stuff with him in Omega or anything. So then we had friggin' old man Edge come out. So I guess
It
we're
was
gonna get
kind of a feel good moment though, I have to say. Like
not for me.
no.
I was like, Christian has reinvented himself to be one of the best heels in wrestling,
Yep.
his best run ever. And now he's got to rehash Edge and Christian from 30 years ago, where he'll be the second banana to old man Copeland.
We'll get hurt again in 2 weeks,
Yeah, they'll have a match. He'll get hurt. They'll beat Hurt Syndicate, and then he'll have to
Give the belt up
forfeit the
because he's
belts up
hurt.
and
Yeah.
have a tournament or something. If he doesn't get hurt, probably against the FTR. Now, all that said, FTR versus Edge and Christian, I'm sure that'll be good stuff.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
they also should have had some forethought into this. If they were going to ever do this, they shouldn't have had that match between the two where like he stuck like a baseball bat with nails into the guy's balls. Like
Yeah.
you don't do that to somebody and then be like, all right, let's be buddies.
Yeah, now I forgive you. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Like I was probably like little spur of the moment decision on that. Like but at the time when it happened, I did feel good. Like I gotta say. When he went in and made the save, like there was that like that's pretty
I know
cool.
it's the plan, but the plan sucks because Edge and Christian to me, it's played out today. That is just you're doing Edge or Christian again. First of all, you can't use the name, I don't think. And then you're just like you're just going back to something 30 years ago.
Yep.
I didn't even want to see them wrestling each other.
No. Yeah, my logical side probably agrees, but my emotional side, when I heard it, when I heard the "On this day I see clearly," I was like, yeah, save his ass, man. But then it was great because then he stood up on top of the thing, like, dancing with the crowd for like 5 minutes. Like, yeah, they're killing your buddy down there while you're doing
Yeah,
this, but take your time for
yeah.
fuck's sake.
I just kind of look because they do that in all of wrestling now. It's always
Yeah,
like
true.
even like they're about to kill Hangman, and then it's like, let me show this video of me and Mount Everest, and I'll just
Yep, here comes the sulfuric acid. Oh, it's almost on him. Oh shit, he might be coming sometime.
yeah, you just get frozen when you hear theme music.
Yep, exactly. Then it's like the old 1966 Batman.
Right. So then we had a fantastic match. Timeless Tony Storm
Oh my God.
with Luther versus Mercedes Moné. This was
Luther,
awesome.
talk about like a guy that reinvented himself too. Like,
Yeah, I mean, one
Luther's
of the most
must-see
worthless
now. I
people in the
love this
world.
guy. Yep,
Yeah.
the absolute worst wrestler I'd ever seen. But oh my God, when he's with Tony, like I can't get enough of the fucking guy.
No, yeah, he's super entertaining. He adds a lot to that whole the whole act. Tony's just fantastic. I'm a big Mercedes Moné
Oh
fan.
yeah.
I think she plays the role of the heel very well. And so this
For
this
me,
was
the two
great.
best ladies working anywhere. Right
Yeah,
now.
and you really and it was built really well because you had Mercedes. See, I know people like, oh, she's Hulk Hogan, she never loses. But if she had lost a bunch of matches before this would not have been that as important.
Yep, yep. Well, it's kind of like what you always go back to with like, if they would have done the same thing with like Osprey, how special would he be?
Yeah, when
You
Kyle
know?
Fletcher first beat him.
Yeah, yep. Like how special would like Osprey be if like
Yeah, he's
when he
lost way
got
too
there
many
he's
times.
been the man, and like
Yeah.
this guy never loses. So Christ, I got to tune in to see if he ever loses. This guy's amazing.
Yeah, 100%. He's lost way too many times, and
Yep.
he's still over. But I think he could have been like this elite guy.
Yeah, he could have been a legendary guy, at this point.
But yeah, this match was great. Really built. I was really looking forward to it because it built so well. They worked really well together.
Oh
We
yeah.
even got some dueling chants. Let's go Tony. Let's go Monet.
That was great. That was so cool. When you get like the CEO, let's go, Tony. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
awesome.
And we took Luther had some fun spots, and he take on the match, which was cool because then it's just the two.
Yep.
Who's the better person? And then Tony beats her fair and square. There's no chicanery.
And
Pile
the
driver
crowd
off the
was
second
so
rope.
emotional. It was so great because
Huge
it was
pop.
the same way here. Because Mrs. Flea, she like kind of goes kayfabe with Mercedes Monet. She hates her. She buys into the gimmick. She's like, this woman loves herself way too much. I hate this woman. Can't wait to see her lose.
Yeah, this was great. Well, Craig, while I agree with that, I still think it's horrendous booking of Will Ospreay because Will Ospreay is clearly way above basically everybody they have and younger than guys like Omega. So I don't think it's like, oh, we've got so many of these guys. It's like that's clearly a guy you should have protected
Oh,
and
he's a
should not have been doing
generational
all these
talent.
losses.
He's just amazing. Like
Yeah. I
he
mean,
can do things that not everybody can
he's one of
do.
the highest paid guys in the company for a reason.
Yep. And he's been the top guy wherever he's been. He's just great.
Mm-hmm. It's not even just top guy on the show. It's the amount of losses he's had.
Hmm. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because you could have RVD never lost, and he was TV champ,
Yep.
and so he didn't have to be undefeated world champion, but he should have been not lost really at all up until like the Kyle Fletcher match.
Yeah.
And then it would have been a bigger deal when Kyle Fletcher actually beat him, which would have helped elevate Kyle Fletcher even more.
Yeah, because it's not something you can do with like when Swerve came in, they couldn't just. All right, we're never going to have Swerve lose, and he's going to be our best
It
guy.
wasn't until he really got the momentum.
The crowd doesn't really care that much about the guy, like
Yeah, it wasn't
he's not as
until
relatable or, just
yeah,
not
it
as
wasn't until you got his manager with him, and then like that whole thing started to work.
Yep.
And he's, I mean, Ospreay's maybe the best, in ring guy. So I mean, that's just a guy that shouldn't have been
Yeah.
losing all the time. So anyway, that match was great. Then we had the biggest travesty of the show.
But a great
Fucking
match, so you got to say, like, this match was really, really good.
freaking Okada. Oh my god.
I was thinking
They've
about
really
started.
they've really missed the boat on the Omega return.
I agree. Like, yeah, because it's the only thing with this one, like, because I kind of thought they wouldn't have three baby faces win, back to back to back in the main events. So I kind of thought one of them would be the heel. And for me,
They
I'm
picked
glad
the
it was
wrong
this
one.
one, really.
Well, I
'Cause
don't know. I know honestly because I wouldn't have wanted Tony to lose or
yeah.
Hangman, but fucking Okada of all people.
But to me, like, the match, I think maybe it's muscle like memory because, like, Okada did a lot of shit that, like, lazy Okada hasn't done in a while. Like some of those, like, I'm going to drop kick you when you're on the top
I'll be
rope.
honest. I actually went and made some coffee and stuff because
Oh,
when
did
Okada came out, I was like, I don't fucking want to watch this guy.
yeah, because he was doing some, like, crazy athletic shit. Like,
He actually tried. I mean, every
yeah,
like between 5 and 8 matches, he actually tried versus Speedball Mike Bailey, and
and I
then the
think because
follow
it,
up, he really just went through the motions and like even some other matches he had. I was like, oh my lord.
well, yeah, you see him doing, like, the sleepwalking stuff sometimes, yeah. And probably a lot more than he should.
Yeah.
But this one definitely wasn't like lazy Okada. This was like, he was going all out. Because, like, when he jumped up and hit Omega, I mean, he had to have gotten like 7 feet off the ground with the drop kick. It was just insane. Like, I don't know how a person could do that.
And I'll say this: Big Show was on the pre-show, so Okada isn't the biggest waste of money on
There
the
you
show
go.
tonight. So I don't want to say too much because Troy's my brother, but I hate Okada.
Oh, I understand. I understand. And especially since, like, he made the Don Callis switch.
Yeah.
Now even Mrs. Flea has jumped off the Okada bandwagon.
Put him in the B team with some of those other schmucks. Put him on just send him back to
With
Japan.
Beretta
Yeah,
and those guys.
I'm sure he'd be happier back there.
Bring Hechicero onto, like, the A team. I really
No,
like
I am
Hechicero.
glad
I think he's really,
they've unified the two belts. So
yeah, me too. Me too.
I do think calling it the unified championship is kind of bad because like you have the world champion doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like there's a world champ and the unified champ.
Yeah, there's going to be a little confusion, I think, with that. As
You
long
just
as they don't do with. Remember when?
when they put the 3 belts and they split them up. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
horrendous. They also did it with the trios too.
Oh yeah, that's right. Which was annoying. But
And
yeah,
then
hopefully they won't do that.
main event time. This was fucking insane. Hangman Page, John Moxley, one of the best built matches in the history of AEW.
Oh, one thing I got to say though on that last match, Jack, was I thought for sure because Kota Ibushi like was hanging out, with Kenny Omega there, and it looked like I thought he was going to turn on Kenny. That's what I thought was going to happen at the end of this match. I thought it was going to be an Ibushi turn. And one thing I was happy to see is Ibushi's in much better condition now. Like I noticed that in that,
The Battle Royal.
yeah, yep, that he looks a lot more like old school Ibushi now than remember when he first came into AEW. He just looked like anybody like that you've seen anywhere.
Yeah. I might just throw him in with
Oh
Okada, to
no!
be honest, but we'll see. I'll give him some time. I'll give him some
But
time.
I think he actually had like a neck surgery
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
so
He
it,
had some legit. Yeah.
took him a while to get back.
So then we
He
had
didn't just come down with a case of the lazies
no,
like the
no.
Rainmaker did.
Yeah, yeah. He's yeah. Texas Death Match for the AEW World Championship. Hangman Page versus John Moxley. I think it's one of the best built matches in the history of AEW.
Oh yeah,
And
so far.
I'm a huge Moxley fan since his indie days through NXT,
Mhm.
through WWE, the Shield, and singles run, everything in AEW up until the Death Riders.
Mhm.
And I did not like it at all. And then during this feud, I was like, mate, was this the plan all along to actually get me like so just like I need to see Moxie lose the title.
It could
Eh,
have been, and if they did, props to them because it
Yeah.
still worked. Because I was
So
the same way.
in a weird way, it worked. Like all is I was always so deflated in the end of all the other pay-per-views when he just beat a guy with the headlock. God. But leading to this, I was like, I'm really excited to see Hangman win.
Yes. Yep. And then it was still in doubt. Like this whole match, you were like, "Oh fuck, they're gonna screw me." Like I thought for sure he's gonna win, and then this is gonna happen, and then you just never knew.
I'm going to say Craig, yes. And I would have, if you would have asked me this a month, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months ago, it's absolutely not. But yes, I think it's been a success now.
Yep.
When I see the ending, it succeeded.
Agreed. Like, yeah, because I don't know, especially in AEW, there's never been a time when somebody's had the belt when I'm like, God damn it, I got to see somebody beat this dude because, like, got to get the belt off this guy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird. It kind of sacrificed the main events of a lot of shows for me.
Yep.
But yeah,
But
I
then
was
when you look back, like, you were rooting for uh
everybody.
for Edge, but just by default.
Yeah, that was the only one. I
And
was
it's the
like,
same thing with me.
I
Then
kind of
we
like,
would
I
have
don't
been
even really
pissed if he
know.
would have won it and been like, why did I root for this fucking
Yeah,
guy?
well,
He
and
can't stand.
when that match started, I was like, I don't want to see Edge win. He's like, I will say this though, Edge being in a tag team is a much better idea because then you can hide him,
Yeah.
uh, and maybe he won't get hurt too bad.
Or as quickly anyway.
Yeah. So,
But then you have to tag him with another mid-50s guy, so like
yeah, he's got to
they
be the
could
guy
probably
taking all the
both get
bumps.
hurt. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Juice Robinson came back to huge
Oh, I
ovation,
was
and
so
I don't know
happy
if
to
I
see
would have
that.
known it was him if they didn't tell me because he looks so different without the big scraggly beard.
Yep.
I honestly, I think it's an improvement.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it probably is. It was good to see him, and he was moving great too.
Yeah, I'm happy to see him. I'm a big Juice fan, Jay White fan. So,
Yep.
and it's
Oh, and
probably good.
the other guys came out too, the Gun Club.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, they came out and like beat the two of the guys that were like just
Oh
hanging
yeah,
around
because
there.
I'm a fan of that whole group. So,
Yeah, me too.
and it probably because Jay White last time he was there was really kind of just meandering around. So I think it'll be good for him to come back fresh. But this match was awesome, super violent. Moxie's just like pouring blood.
Oh, it was sick. Like he had that giant gouge on his head. Like you just see the flap of skin
Yeah,
hanging
yeah,
off. He was just
gross.
gushing.
I know some people disagree with this, but I honestly think if Cornette wasn't so hateful, just like this weird like personal hatred of the man, I don't think there'd be so many people online who say his matches are bad because no everyone
I
loved his
agree.
matches up until Cornette started to trash him.
Yep.
I never heard
And then,
anyone ever say like Moxley's a bad work. I mean, he was the guy that was supposed to be the leader of the Shield, and he was an indie darling.
yep.
So I always thought it was very strange, but
And also because he's a guy that can go from like having just a like a straight up match. Then he worked so good doing a crazy hardcore match. Like he could do anything.
mhm. Yeah, this match was just insane. Glass, blood, tons of run-ins, and they all made sense. We had the
Yep.
return of it was cool because you had all the good guys come back because they're all like trying to get the belt off Moxley and back to
Yep.
AEW. I thought that was cool. In a lot of ways, it was kind of you wouldn't have seen these run-ins, but it was old school like NWA. All the good guys would always like want the belt off Flair and onto Dusty or Magnum or
Yep.
whoever like that. So I thought that was cool. Uh, it was a huge pop to see Daniel Bryan come back and
Oh,
a
that
nice
was
payoff to
amazing.
that whole thing because
Yep.
he was the first guy, to lose and get the bag. And we get to see I really thought the end was when the guy
When
comes from the
Darby
mountain,
started
Darby. Yeah.
rebelling, yeah, yep, that was
And then he
so
kept,
cool.
and then after that, I was like, "Oh God, Moxley's actually going to win again, isn't he?" I still don't really understand why the Young Bucks
Yeah, they didn't
would help.
explain that worth a good goddamn, because I thought it was going to be just the opposite. I thought the Young Bucks were going to go over and super kick
I did too. I thought,
Moxley,
because they got
and
in the
like,
ring
oh,
like
that's cool.
they're going to tease, they're going to kick them, and then they kick the other dude.
Yep, yep. But no. But then it was cool because then Marina Shafir went out to get the belt, and suddenly she was in handcuffs, and it was Prince Nana, and he's like, ha 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 ha, he's all excited, which was cool.
Yeah, that was another cool thing. And then we had the payoff to the long. I think a feud that made Swerve a main event guy and reestablish Hangman
Hmm.
as a top guy was their feud. And then we get to see the payoff to that. Like he comes in to help Hangman. So all that whole thing's great. I think honestly, I know last week I was like, I think then you maybe do a rematch, but I don't think so. I don't think you do the rematch. I think you just don't see Moxie again for a while.
That's
I
probably
think
what'll
after
happen.
that, like really just heinous match. I
Give him
think
some
Moxley's off
vacay.
TV for like a
Yep,
few months.
yep,
Eventually, come down the road, comes back. You could I would just bring him back as maybe something different. I don't know. Who knows? But
yeah,
I think you go. I think you go to just a whole new, fresh feud with Hangman now.
yep. Agreed. Yeah, because you still like, you can have Claudio and Kid and
Utah.
Wheeler doing like, yeah, their thing.
Yeah,
So
is Gabe Kidd a good promo? Maybe he can be
he
elevated
is.
as.
He's a
Oh,
great
okay,
promo. He's
maybe he could be
because he's
elevated as the leader.
crazy. Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, this was awesome. This
Yep.
was a really wild match. They actually had me. I really thought there's a lot of near falls had me like thinking this is the end, and it wasn't.
Yep.
And the
Throughout
crowd
the
was
night,
hot
I had
throughout
that
for like a
too. Yeah.
7-hour show, and this match itself was 35 minutes.
And leading up to it, like I don't know if it was Wednesday night. Whenever Hangman and Swerve had that little like talk in the locker room,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he asked Swerve like, if you could go back in time and do it all again, would you? And Swerve was thinking, he's like, I got the belt doing that, so yeah, I'd do it all again. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. That was just the coolest little vignette between them.
So yeah, I don't know who you go to the first feud. Like, does he owe Swerve now a title match?
You would think so, but they might
And
wait for that, like
yeah,
build up a
MJF
little bit.
has won the thing, so he gets a title match at some point. I don't know. There's
It
lots of
opens
people.
up a lot of good opportunities, though.
Yeah, who won some like big singles matches here? Okada. I doubt they'll do that because then you'd have to combine all the belts probably. Yeah.
Yeah, so all in all, I loved the pay per view. I just thought it was
Mm-hmm.
typical AEW, giving you like definitely your money's worth plus some. Like there wasn't a match that I could say that I disliked on it. I just thought it was all like really prime
Yeah,
stuff.
honestly, like I know I'm not a fan of Okada, but yeah, I don't think there was like maybe like no, honestly, even like all the pre-show stuff was fun,
Yeah, yep. And on the main show itself, like there
but the
wasn't
main
a
show, like the
throwaway
stuff
match.
was great. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, there was some really great stuff. Both the battle royals were really good, but I mean, yeah, Swerve, Osprey, Young Bucks,
Oh,
fantastic.
yep.
Storm and Mercedes,
Oh,
great. Hangman.
It's hard to pick a favorite of the night because
Yeah.
and they were so different, all the different matches, but
I mean,
and it
probably
was
the
a
weakest
feel
match.
good show.
Yeah. If I picked the weakest match on the actual show, not the pre-show, it probably would be like the Hurt Syndicate. And I didn't think that was a bad match either.
Yeah, exactly. Same here. And
Yeah.
they added a lot of good stuff to even like that match, which I don't think was like a tremendous match, but like a lot of the stuff they added to it was really fun and cool.
That's a good question, Craig. How do the U.S. people feel about it after going in? I was like, that's weird. I don't know, but honestly, I liked it a lot.
Me too, because it's not like 1 a.m.
Yeah,
now.
it's not over at 1, 2 a.m. It's
Yeah,
over, at
and then
night.
you're like, oh my god, I should go to bed, but I'm
Yeah,
all geeked
so
up
so
from
it
the
totally
show.
works. Yeah, yeah, it's cool. And it never felt long to me.
No, oh my god, it flew by. It really did. Like none of the matches dragged at all.
No.
Yeah, because one of the fun things, and hopefully they'll do stuff with Gabe Kidd, like if they give Moxley a little time off, because I see that Sean's talking about Gabe Kidd with the mic is amazing, and I couldn't agree more. Because he's a guy that legitimately kind of lost his mind during COVID, and when he took all the guys that go through the New Japan dojo, they go on like a sabbatical and they go to different companies and work there for like a year or so. He went to a mental institution for a year and tried to get his head together because he had thoughts of suicide, all kinds
Oh
of
wow.
crazy shit. Yeah, but then he came back and he's been just tremendous. I just think he's so good.
All right, cool. So Inter will be gone for the next couple weeks, but we'll
We'll
no,
try
we
to
just did
fill his
this
shoes.
show. Yeah, we'll do. I'll probably still do Tuesday. You can hop on, and I think Michael might be as well. Michael
I hope
Petrelli.
so.
Michael Petrelli, you're gonna make your bones Tuesday as a co-host of In Your Head. It's put up
Michael
shut up
Petrelli.
time.
There may come a day when Jackie Jones has something of you. That day may never come.
So either you're gonna be a made man, or we're gonna take you in a room, and if you see plastic on the floors, it's probably not good.
Just ignore it. Just don't
Yeah.
worry.
It didn't work out.
Hey, sometimes these things happen.
He's
But if
gone.
he comes in with a
Didn't-
little espresso cup, he'll be fine.
Yeah. Leave the gun, take the cannoli.
Mm.
Leave the gun, take the Petrelli. But no,
That's
we'll
That'll
Petrelli
be our
will-
new catchphrase.
Yeah. I actually wanted to use a line sort of like that in Our Man Funk, but I don't think it got used. All
Never
right.
too late.
That's very true. So let's see here. So yeah, we'll be live Tuesday for In Your Head. Wednesday we will be live. I'll be live Wednesday. Am I doing I don't know if I'm doing. I don't know. Go and subscribe to Without Your Head if you're a horror fan. There's lots of shows popping up. I don't think there is one actually this Wednesday, but there is this Thursday. We will be live with Laura Repko and Sam Fox. My buddy Sam Fox been on the show a few times. She has they have a new short film, Open Wide, that's going to be playing at Fantasia Film Festival.
Oh, awesome.
And I'm going to start popping up live on Without Your Head with different horror people. Troy is welcome to join anytime. With our new partners, cousin AJ Cutler and Tara Hutchinson. We're going to be testing out a new
people. I love them both.
Yes. We're going to be testing out a new game show idea soon. I don't know if we're going to do that tomorrow. Because I know AJ's got a film. So anyway, we'll be doing that soon. And then once we get that ironed out, it'll be a live game show on the show. And people can win stuff. It'll be fun.
Tuesday, if you want to do it, I can send you the A and B block of the G1 Climax Cup starts out this week. So
all right.
It's 10 guys in each the A block and 10 guys in the B block. I already have my winners picked. And it's
All right.
it's a pretty loaded lineup. There's only 2 guys that are like old bastards.
Okay,
It's just
good.
like
I'm tired of these old
Tanahashi.
washed up bums.
Exactly. And for a while I was worried because like Tanahashi, since he became president, he's been pushing all his old drinking buddies. And they've got all the belts. Like I like Ishii, but there's no reason Ishii should have 2 belts.
Yeah.
Ishii probably shouldn't have 1 belt, but he definitely shouldn't have 2 belts.
We've actually had Joe Bob on the show. It's a fun interview. So this is what I've been working on. I might actually work on the arms after we finish here. Yes, young tree walker. So this is Master Zog.
I love him. Absolutely love him.
So yeah, we got him. We've got his body over here. It's a little hard to put together when it's just me live on the show. But this was the prototype.
Nice.
And I think I'll probably just keep this as when I'm also figuring out where to put eyes on guys. But anyway, I'm going to be making some more stuff. And a big thanks to people who have been donating to the Puppet Fund because
Hell yeah.
just need some, this foam actually costs money. The fur costs quite a bit. Fabric, contact cement actually costs a lot. Just all the supplies that goes into making the puppets. We're going to be making some more puppets for Arbor Day, which we're going to be shooting in the spring. But we're not going to wait till last minute. I'm going to be working on this stuff for a while here. And then and Troy will be working on the tree. And then we'll have the campaign probably in the first of the year. So it'll be good times. I'm also going to make some other puppets.
Puppet.
But anyway, yeah, Arbor Day. Arbor Day. Lots of cool people involved. It's our horror film. Troy and I will be making it with some cool folks like AJ Cutler, Michael Epstein, Michael St. Michael's from the Greasy Strangler, Dan Yeager, Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw 3D, Paul Others from Mad Men, 1980 slasher film, Tim Dry from this little known movie Return of the Jedi.
I may have heard of that.
Yeah, Brian Ray, a local friend of ours. A lot of cool folks will be involved.
That's awesome. And if you guys are looking for a really fun, great movie to go see Superman.
Superman!
Oh,
Loved it.
I couldn't recommend it any higher. It's
the
just,
first Superman movie I looked forward to others, so I can't say, but the first Superman I've liked since 1982, Superman 2.
Yep. This one, it's if you like those, like it's the same kind of vibe. It's like that same like crazy but kind of fun Lex Luthor. He's got some wacky shit going on, like monkeys typing on the computer, which
Yeah,
is
it was a great.
fucking
It was
great.
the
Like
best
everything.
Luthor
Since Hackman, I thought.
Gene
Yeah.
Hackman, yeah. Maybe some of the animated ones I don't know. I've not watched them, but live action for sure. One of the best Supermans. I think probably all Supermans have been fine in the movies, but I think this was the best Clark Kent Superman since Reeves
and Lois.
And Lois great, and just really the best movie since the first two ones from late 70s and 1980.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. It's not a dark, dreary take on Superman for inexplicable reasons. So yeah, I dug it. I highly recommend it, and so does Troy.
Yep.
We may go see it again this week with our mom, since Abraham's Boys is not playing anywhere around here.
Oh, it comes out this week.
It's out now.
Oh,
it came out this weekend. But as far as I could see, it's only playing the closest place it's playing is Boston. Not even in Kingston or something. Because I really would like to go see it too.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe we could take the T or something, I guess. But
we'll have to look into that.
That'd be fun. Maybe we can. We'll figure that out off here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if our mom doesn't want to go see Superman with us, maybe we'll go do that. Then we'll review it. We could live review them now.
Oh, I kind of dig that. That'll be fun. I haven't done one of those like in years.
Yeah, that'd be a good time. All right, maybe we'll do that then. It's
Drop a
real easy to
crumble,
get
get
to.
cookies, and have a coffee.
Yeah, great food. There's great food in Boston. We can get.
Of
We can
course.
go to Chinatown. We can get Greek food. We get anything. Pretty much any kind of food you want.
Give me the food.
Give me the drugs. Give me the drugs. All right. Hey, so yeah. Oh, I've been doing an interview Wednesday, but it will not be live. I'm interviewing the director of the Purge movies, the creator of the Purge movies, about his new movie, The Home,
Oh, nice.
with Pete Davidson. So that's a pretty big interview.
So hopefully we can get some of the cool people on the comic convention coming up to
Oh yeah, it's a work on that.
Mohegan. Maybe we can get some of the people from that.
I see someone's very mad because I'm going to be interviewing. I don't know if it'll be on the show. I'm not sure what. Anyway, the director of Stephen Biro, who directed a Serbian documentary. It's a documentary about a Serbian film, and somebody already is very mad about that.
Wow.
What did they say here?
Too angry.
Nah, vile, sickening film, child R word should not be promoted. But I mean, neither should murder. But
That's
I
true.
mean,
I'm a big fan of murder.
yeah, I mean, you don't say that when you're watching horror, like, oh, you shouldn't be promoting this murder here.
It's true.
Or not even just a horror movie, action movie, Goodfellas. I mean, I don't know. If you would watch it, pretty much any kind of movie, and you're like, I stand for everything in this movie, you're probably like insane. So.
Yep.
So yeah. Anyway, and if you want to help for the Puppet Fund, you can donate for Super Chat, Venmo, or PayPal. The links are on my Facebook. And if you donate $5 more, you will get a cool Arbor Day virtual trading card. As a thank
Ooh,
you.
I love them. I've been seeing them. I love them.
Yes. All right, Troy.
All right, Jack, you take care of yourself. I'm glad you enjoyed the pay-per-view,
Yeah, I had a great time.
and we will talk again soon.
They've been kicking ass on pay-per-views this year. They really have, I
big
think,
time.
since the beginning. But I really think they've really hit their stride. The show is much better. Pay-per-view's been great.
Yep. Like when they're on, like I don't think anyone does it any better.
I agree.
Just are amazing.
I agree. All right. We'll be back Tuesday. Hit the like button, subscribe, become a member if you would like to help support the channel. It starts only $2.99 a month. Or you can become a producer like our friends El Santos World, Brian Matthew Kalatar, and the Lurker. All right. Thank you, Michael Petrelli, Sean Green, Craig Jolly, Jonathan Jackson, and all the other fine folks that were in and out of the show. And thank you, Mr. Jones. We'll see you guys next time.
Chef's kiss.